Well, good morning, Gators. It is Monday, April 27th, 2020, and this is our distance learning update for the fifth grade. I cannot believe this is already our fifth week, I believe, of distance learning. I could be wrong, it could be our sixth week. I'm losing track of time. But, you know, somebody that's not losing track of time, it's the wonderful... Yeah, I don't know so much wonderful anymore, Miss Matthews.
Oh, Mr. Keith, you shouldn't have said that. That was a really nice thing to say. But I think the kids really want to learn about what they're going to do in language arts this week. Let's see. Ladies and gentlemen, this week you have some language arts goals, and the first one is that goal for demonstrating spelling, capitalization, and grammar. We'll do that in our writing this week, in your daily language, and in the writing project that you're going to be doing. Our second goal is to summarize, build vocabulary, and recognize important details by reading fifth grade level text. That is the reading comprehension passages that you read every day and then take a quiz on. So let's make sure that you're taking those quizzes seriously, reading those passages carefully, and taking your time. Please don't blow through them and just get a bad score. I'm watching, and you have report cards coming up. So, number 3, our third goal for this week, is to read, listen to, and write poetry. And we're going to be using photos and descriptive language. All right. This month is Poetry Month, and we are at the very end of it. Do you know by the end of this week, it will be May? Friday is May 1st. So I am so glad that I get to teach you a little poetry unit this week. I'm going to start by reading to you Say Something by Peter Reynolds. I'll be doing that in tomorrow's video, so make sure that you watch that video. And I've been talking and listening to a lot of students, and they seem to have this feeling that people don't care about them or that people don't understand them. And you know, that's not uncommon. However, let's do something and say something when those feelings and when those ideas come to us. All right. And this week we will be using Adobe Page. So let's jump over there and let's look. Adobe Spark Video and Spark Page look very similar. We are going to be using Spark Page. Please do not use video on this one, as you will be taking photos. And yeah, I think it'll work better in Page. Unless you can convince me otherwise. I guess, anyway. All right, so let's play the one that I have for you so you can see the example. You get to title this whatever you want, and then you'll put your name as the subtitle. All right? You will see pictures that I have put into my presentation of people and things that I care about and that kind of describe who I am. If you know me, you know that I love Flying M. You know that I carry that jar around pretty much everywhere I go. You might not know that that is my favorite blanket to sleep with. You might know this, but might not know this, but this is my favorite stuffed animal. His name is Buford. My brother bought him for me when I was 8. You might know that I love books. Now, you are going to go around your house and find some things to take photos of. The instructions will be in your language arts pages, so look for those this week and get ready to tell us about you and to say something with the important things in your life. Now, I'm going to hand you right back to the helpful and always ready to be there for you and help you out and care about you and, hard-working Mr. Keith.
Well, thanks for that, Miss Matthews, and I take it back. You are wonderful, and thank you for those kind words. Now moving on to math, and I just had a crazy thought. I noticed your stuffed animal's name was Buford. Buford is what I wanted to name my dog, but Zane overrid it, and so now we're stuck with cat dog. But let's move on to math and see what we're going to be looking at in math. We're going to be actually looking at 2 different skills this week, and they're 2 skills that are related to each other fairly easily, and we're dealing with decimals again. We're going to be looking at a couple different essential questions this week, and one of the essential questions that we're going to be looking at, the first one, so this is the essential question for Monday and Tuesday, is how can we compare and subtract decimals to the hundredths to analyze data? And the second essential question, so this will be Thursday and Friday, we are looking at how can you use place value to multiply by powers of 10. Now, how we're going to do this on Monday and Tuesday, we're going to be looking at a swimming competition where we are going to be analyzing some different times of people in these swimming competitions to see who ended up the winner. And did you know that the American swimmer Michael Phelps has won 23 Olympic gold medals, which is an all-time record? That is crazy. And the second one that we're going to be looking at is writing our own tall tales, and we're looking at this math. And the did you know for this one is, did you know that tall tales are told in different cultures all around the world? But that is it for math, and now we get to move on to Mr. Moore, who's going to be talking a little bit more. Mr. Moore is going to be talking a little bit more about some Olympics. But a fun did you know about Mr. Moore is that he once wanted to be an Olympic figure skater when he was younger and compete in the Olympics.
Well, thank you, Mr. Keith. I am so excited about this week. We're going to do lots of fun activities this week. We're going to do some Olympic-sized activities, and we're going to do some tall tale-sized activities. It's going to be a lot of fun this week. So before we do those things, though, before we talk about those things, let's see what we're going to be doing in our daily science review. In our daily science review this week, we're going to be talking about why do earthworms like dirt. Have you ever wondered that? I've honestly never wondered why they like dirt. But that's the question that we're going to be answering this week in our daily science review. And so we are going to learn all about why earthworms like dirt. So I've got some unfortunate news. You may have already heard this, but if you haven't, the 2020 Summer Olympics have been postponed because of the whole pandemic thing that's going on. Same reason why we are not at school and we're learning this way. Anyways, since the Summer Olympics have been postponed, I was really looking forward to the Olympics. I love watching the Olympics. And since we can't, we're going to do our own Olympics this week. So each day we're going to be doing a different activity that's going to make us have a little bit more fun with the Olympics. It's going to be a great time. So stay tuned every day for the next activity. You're going to be filming yourself doing these activities and putting them on Flipgrid. The other thing that we're going to be doing this week is talking about tall tales. Now, what are tall tales? Tall tales are stories that kind of stretch the truth a little bit. As you can see in this picture behind me, this is the story of Pecos Bill. It is a tall tale from the American past. And so we're going to be looking at a few of those American tales, American tall tales, and we're going to be doing a science STEM challenge based on these tall tales. We're going to do this towards the end of the week. Well, Gators, that's our week in science. We're going to have a ton of fun this week. Let's make sure that we get all of our assignments completed this week, and we do it to the best of our ability. And remember, it's great to be a Gator.
Whoa. This is my baby Yoda. And he looks like he's glowing. That's kind of a cool effect there. Was not expecting that to happen. Let's see if I can fix it as I'm recording. Oh, there we go. There he is. Here is baby Yoda as I almost dropped him. And look at that. Got some nice googly eyes going on. But this is something that I love in my house. So hopefully you guys will take some time to do that assignment, because that would be kind of fun to see and really get to know you guys a little bit more before the end of the year. Now, one thing I do want to mention to you is we will be reaching out to you and your parents this week to ask you about your t-shirt size, because we will have some t-shirts for you for when you get to West Middle School. If you remember last year, we had some shirts that were from Sherman to West, from Gators to a Bulldog shirts, and we want to make sure that you are still able to receive those. And this week on all of our video chats, circle time, community circles, that's the word I was looking for. If not this week, in the next couple weeks, we are going to have some guest speakers from West Middle School also join in with us. So that is it for the week. For this overview of the week, we hope that you guys have a great week. Remember, if you guys need anything, please reach out to us and we will get back to you. Remember, there is free lunch every day at our school, and we hope that you guys are doing well during this time. And as always, as Mr. Moore said, as Mr. Software said, as Miss Matthews says, it is always great to be a Gator. We'll see you in a bit.